This week on the Spotlight, Coach Tibbs answering the same old questions semi-angrily, but they did get a job the other night. Now here's a guy who's always pleasant. It's Jimmy Butler, and he likes country music. More about that. And then we go flashing back 20-plus years when Dave Manson played for the Blackhawks, one of the most penalized players ever. And then we flash back to Mark Pryor. Remember when he was good? It was a short time this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Kelly's Tavern. Benkowski Trivia. Friday, March 29th at 8 p.m. And again, Friday, April 12th at 8 p.m. We're coming off that tremendous pajama night. Come out and play. Bring friends. 44th and Wallace. Kelly's Tavern. See you over there. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo. 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Demitas Coffee Shop is an excellent place to go at 1066 West Taylor, just off the UIC campus. Breakfast, lunches, mochas, lattes, cappuccino, tea, baked goods, superb French toast, great chicken salad. Open Tuesday through Sunday for breakfast and lunch. Great staff. Demitas Coffee Shop on Taylor.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Sam & Sons Jewelers offer custom-made jewelry at 10640 South Cicero. You can buy, sell, trade, repair, and restyle. They have certified loose diamonds and gemstones. Sam & Sons Jewelers, easy to reach at 10640 South Cicero. You should get to Ignatz Ristorante. It's at 24th and Oakley. They feature things like chicken Vesuvio and cacciatore, steak Isabella, veal parmesan. They're highly rated by Chicago's Best, Time Out Chicago, 190 North, Chicago Magazine. Ignatz, 2421 South Oakley. Eat there. We're back on the Spotlight. It's time to talk Bulls. 80% of the regular season's done. And I don't know if you call it the dog days, as they do in baseball in August. But come late March and early April, sometimes it can be a grind when you got a lot of players hurt, like the Bulls have had all year. And Coach Tibbs sort of chewing off his words as he's asked the same questions over and over and over. How about Kirk? How about Derek? How about this guy? How about that guy? And they're all hurt. So here's Coach Tibbs, trying not to be rude, but boy, it's a struggle as this depleted lineup is giving him some headaches.
Tom, what do we got on the injury front?
Everything is the same.
Taj,
Out.
Kirk, Derek, both out?
Out. Hamilton, out.
With Taj, was it just close, but just not really?
Yeah, he's getting a lot closer. Yeah. Just think, another couple days would be good.
That'd be the same you could say about Kurt, too. So like he was shooting out there.
Day to day, yeah, they're coming along.
What do you tell the healthy members of the team? It's really been kind of a battle of attrition this season.
It's the way it is. Go out there, bring the right intensity, get the job done. Simple. You have to do it collectively. Injuries are part of it. Next man up, go out there and do it.
So is there any kind of rotation at all? I mean, knowing once again that you got 4 guys out against a pretty formidable team like the Nuggets?
Yeah, well, everyone in the league is capable of beating you. The Nuggets are playing as well as anyone right now. We'll be tested in a lot of ways. We have to play well on both sides of the ball. We need everybody. We have to have the right mindset. We have to have an edge. We have to play for 48 minutes.
Bobby, you've always been really complimentary of Andre Miller. You were this morning. So what specifically do you like about his game?
Well, you know, the fact that he's been able to play at such a high level for so long, I think it's a testament to who he is. His teams always win. He's the type of guy, if you watch him closely, he makes you pay for mistakes. I don't know if anyone in the league throws a lob pass or an advanced pass as well as he does. He's great at reading defenses. He's clever. You know, he's a much better shooter than he's given credit for from 18 feet. He's a great shot fake. He can post. He can pass. He can run a team. He can lead. He just knows how to win.
Hey, Tom, back in January, you said it numerous times when the team was playing well. You kept warning that, you know, the road's going to get tougher, the road's going to get tougher. Were you anticipating the schedule, or were you just anticipating the grind that they're going through was going to eventually kind of wear on them and test them?
Well, you know, the thing is you know you're going to be challenged, and we're shorthanded, and then we're going on the road, and so you still have to have the mental toughness to get through with whatever adversity you're facing. So, and I thought we were playing well, but the challenge when you're playing well is not to let your guard down. When you start feeling too good about yourself, that's usually when you're going to get knocked down. So we got to keep scrapping. We got to grind. You know, you don't want to skip any steps. You want to keep fighting, and that's what we have to do. When we do that, we have a good chance.
Are you hoping this last week was kind of a refocus on that after strain maybe off of it?
Well, you know, you're at the point of the season now where, you know, you're heading down the stretch. So, you know, you have to shore things up. You know, you want to be playing your best going down the stretch. You want to be building the right habits, and but we don't want to change, you know, what our objective was right from the beginning, which is to improve each and every day. But in order to do that, you have to concentrate, and you have to put everything you have into each and every day.
Is it realistic to push your team toward the fourth seed as a possible goal, or do you think just playing better will get you to that point?
Yeah, again, you know, what we don't want to do is we don't want to skip steps. We don't want to be saying, you know, talking about the playoffs, and if you approach it day by day and you approach it by doing the right things, all that takes care of itself. So the big thing is to focus in on our improvement, the things that we need to correct, and focus in on whoever our next opponent is. And don't look ahead, don't look behind. That does no good. We just have to keep looking at exactly what's in front of us.
The production they're getting in the paint, what sort of stress does that put on your bigs, especially with Taj out?
Well, a lot. And when you look at how they get there, you know, a lot of it is the way they advance the ball. You know, they attack. You have to get back, get set, guard your man, be ready to help, keep the ball out of the paint. And I think the thing that may be overlooked some is how much they've improved defensively. They've always been a team that has played fast, but I think their defense now is catching up to their offense. They're very well balanced. I think they've made significant improvements this year. And I think a large part of that is Iguodala. And so it's a team that's very deep. They play very hard. They play together, which is, to me, a credit to George. George has been doing it for a long time, but it's a very well-balanced team.
Tom, in terms of number of high-quality athletes, are they as athletic as any team in the league?
Well, I think when you look at Lawson's as fast as anybody. Yeah, I mean, and you go down the roster, their speed and quickness is. Fareed runs the floor as well as any big. Iguodala's a tremendous athlete. You know, so they have a lot of guys that can go, and even you know, Andre Miller is an older guy that plays at a different pace, but the way he plays allows him to play really fast. And McGee is you know, an incredible athlete. So they have a lot of great athletes. Their speed and quickness is really tough. like you look at a guy like Corey Brewer, he sort of has found his niche there. Has played very, very well for him, and again, he's a winning type player. When you look at all the intangibles that he brings, so it's a very deep team.
You're starting. I mean, in light of the 4 players that are out, you're starting 5 will not change then, right?
Yeah, it'll be the same group that's been starting, Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. You've got to get to Kelly's Tavern. You'll have a good time. I'm cracking up thinking about it. Benkowski Trivia, 44th and Wallace, March 29th and April 12th at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's fun. Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. See you over there. McKell's Inn, where good friends meet for a cool one. 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have $1.50 domestic bottles, $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff, and trivia switches to Monday nights starting January 14th. You don't want to miss that. At McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street in Mount Greenwood. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. We're back on the spotlight, and as you observe Derrick Rose in his day after St. Patrick's Day fancy shoes, we can tell you that this has been a very difficult season for Bulls management, coaching staff, as they try to piece together lineups with just a massive series of injuries. And we're going to have a bit of a conversation with one of the few healthy guys. I counted really only 6 guys who've played in as many as 60 games. And then the drop-off becomes massive of people who played in 35, 20, and in some people's case, 0, up to this moment as we speak. So, Coach Tibbs has been challenged, but one guy who has answered the bell all the time and in a really surprisingly good manner has been Jimmy Butler. Brought in as a defensive specialist last year. His time was limited, but in Coach Tibbs' style, the better defense you play, the more time you get. And certainly by necessity, Jimmy's played a lot more, and he's made the best of his opportunities. We talk about that, and he finishes with a little bit of country humor. We got 80% of the Bulls season done. We got these last 3 to 4 weeks. What is the goal of the club as you head towards the playoffs?
I feel like the goal is the same as been every year. Try to win every damn game. I feel like we gotta grind it out. You know, we're down a few. Tibbs always says we got enough to win. We know that we have enough to win. It's all about going out, executing, and playing extremely hard. Play extremely hard, play together, man. I feel like we can win a lot of these games.
It's been a baptism of fire for you. You went from not a lot of playing time last year to seeing major quality minutes this year. How do you feel you've held up?
I feel great. My teammates have the utmost confidence in me, so that makes me feel even better. Knowing that I can go out there and just play basketball the way I know how. As long as I do what I'm supposed to do on both ends of the floor, nobody ever get angry at me. As long as you don't get out of character, that goes for me and for the other guys that are on our team. I feel like we know each other's strengths, we know each other's weaknesses. We try to expose their strengths and hide their weaknesses. I feel like they've done that for me all season. I try to do it for them in the same.
Well, everybody knew that you were a quality defensive player from some of the tough assignments you drew last year. But this year, I think you surprised some people with your offensive skills. Talk about that.
I just feel like the offense comes with reps and with confidence. And the more reps, the more confidence you gain, the more things you can do out there on the floor. It's all about knowing that you can do it. If you do it on a constant basis and you put the work in when nobody's looking, it's easy to do it when everybody's watching. And I feel like I do plenty of that. I got a long way to go, that's for damn sure, but I'm not giving up now.
What's more satisfying, taking the ball to the rack or hitting a three-point J?
Winning. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if I score 50 or 0. As long as the Bulls got the win in the column, I'm happy.
Why are you such in shock?
It is. They don't do this very often.
Who we hearing on the sound system there?
Going, man, all day. You got to know that. That's easy. It's easy. Nate.
You and Nate are the only ones?
This is real life. Yeah.
What year did this song come out?
Last year, I think. Yeah, I think last year. It's a hit, too. I would sing the karaoke for all the fans on camera, but I'm not going to do that. Charge $10.99 per song. Holla at your boy.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Thursday, $1.50 Miller Old Style. And of course, my trivia games alternate Thursdays. The next one, December 20th at 8 p.m. You know they have $12 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day? Easy to reach at 79th and Narragansett. Check out Little Frank's. You'll be glad you did. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. Amelia's Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties, brought to you by Chef Eusebio Garcia. It's at 46th and Halsted. Amelia's Bar and Grill is delicious and cool.
We're back on the Benkowski Sports Spotlight. We're at Champions in the O'Hare Marriott. It is the American Sports Bar. We're talking hockey with Dave Manson, the Blackhawks all-star defenseman. And yes, it's Chalk Talk. And I'm going to think of something that I'm not going to try to stump you, of course, but let's give a good situation. I'm thinking of the power play. It's increased in its efficiency of late. And let's take the 5 or the 4 that you play most frequently with on the power play. I know Doug Wilson's going to be there.
Yeah, Doug Wilson, Steve Larmer.
Okay, let's start at the point, eh?
Okay.
So, should we put Duggar out here?
Yep.
Well, my pen's not working and the whole thing's collapsing. Let me switch pens. Don't go away.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. You got a good one. Okay, DW. Doug Wilson. Okay, how about Dave Manson over here?
Okay, and we'll have Troy Murray down here.
Troy Murray's down low?
Yep,
Okay,
and Steve Larmer right over here.
Okay.
And Dirk Graham down by the net.
He's looking to get the pass out or jam it into the net. Now, okay, so the puck comes back out to Doug Wilson. They really cover him very closely because they're afraid of his well-known shot.
Yes.
So he flips it over to you.
Well, first of all, I'll interrupt here. When Doug receives a pass from Troy Murray, his first intention is to walk to the middle to get to the middle of the ice, which creates a 2-on-1 with myself or Troy on this one checker right here, because they'll be set up in a box, generally like that.
That's the opposition.
Yeah, that's the opposition.
All right.
And as Doug moves across the ice, I will move down to the top of the circles here. And Steve will stay right around here, and Dirk will stay right there. Now this creates an umbrella where Doug can either come across to me for a one-time shot or back to Troy for a one-time shot. And Troy, in turn, instead of Doug could stand heel, which he does many times, and one time the pass from Troy, which creates a lot of scoring chances.
Okay, now you use an interesting term that not everyone at home might be familiar with, one-timing a shot. It's an important speed maneuver, and explain what that means.
Well, it just doesn't give the forechecker a chance to get in front of your shot. Rather than you stopping it and controlling it for a bit and then trying a shot through, the forechecker can't lay down and block this shot, and if he does, he's not too straight. But
There's a certain amount of skill, though, to whack a moving puck.
Yes, it is. You know, if the puck's coming too quick, then you have to know that you're not going to have a good chance of getting a 100% shot on the net. But if it's coming relatively slow, you know, your timing is very important. But it just adds a little bit more speed to the power play.
What's your favorite maneuver to get you a scoring chance?
Well, Doug will walk down to the middle. He'll to the middle, and I'll slide down, and Doug will throw me a one-timer.
And being the left-handed shot, it kind of gives you an advantage, I think.
Yes, it does, you know, because that way I don't have to, it's pretty hard to one-time the puck as it comes across your body, and this way it doesn't come across my body, and it's a lot easier for me to get it to the net.
All right, let's kill a penalty. Hopefully our stage manager has another rink. All right, we're in business. Okay, now let's kill a penalty. Let's say you're on with Dirk Graham plays a lot of these too, along with Steve Larmer too, doesn't
Dirk
he?
Graham and Steve Larmer are paired up on the forwards, and generally it's Trent Yanni and myself, or Keith Brown and Doug Wilson, or Steve Conroy.
Okay, let's put your goalie, well, for now, let's make it Ed Belfour in here.
Okay.
And he's taking up a lot of space.
Yes.
He's prone, let's make believe. Okay, Ed Belfour's here. Where are you guys when the puck is going that way?
Okay, now if the puck is right here, then I'll play right here, and Trent will play off this far post. And Dirk will right here, and Steve will be right there.
So you're playing what they call the box.
Yeah, and our objective is, because if they're going to have guys like this, our objective is try to keep the puck to the outside as much as possible, because that cuts down the number of scoring chances. And what they're going to try to do is create a 2-on-1 somewhere around our box on one of our players.
Now you guys have scored an inordinate number of short-handed goals. Dirk Graham, I think, has 7 or 8 himself. What makes you, what's going right that makes you knock the puck out here and get these 2-on-1 breaks or these breakaways down for this goalie down here?
I think it's, for Trent and I, our main thing is to get the puck out of somewhere out in the blue line. And as far as the shorthanded goals are concerned, that's a credit to Dirk Graham and Steve Larmer. Their offensive smarts and the speed that they can generate from skating. It's you know, Dirk's a unbelievably fast skater, and it's, you know, it doesn't look like that from the stands, but if you're down on ice level, then you can see how fast he really is.
Well, we don't have any more time for Chalk Talk, but when we get one of your teammates on, we're going to ask them to explain offsides and icing. That should take, 10, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think so. I don't...
I eat on the pasta twice.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Albo's Sandwich Shop is new. They got good stuff. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Italian beef, sausage, meatball, steak sandwiches, parmesan, soups, Italian subs, salads. At 6316 Archer, right around Mobile, Albo's Sandwich Shop, Really good stuff. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering. Homemade soups and salads, fresh sandwiches, eat in or take out, daily specials for lunch or dinner, and home of the famous cheese ball at 2414 West 103rd Street at Western. You've got to get there, and their catering serves any size. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering, 2414 West 103rd Street at Western in Chicago. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. I'll be back Monday, April 1st at 7 p.m. No kidding. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Mark Pryor, amazingly, a matter of fact about outdueling Greg Maddux, and I talked to him after game number 3. Mark, players a lot older than you talked about butterflies or tension. First time in a playoff. What did you do to overcome that, or did you overcome it?
I don't know if I overcome it, all the way. Obviously there's nervous, there's a little anxiety. I mean, you wouldn't be human if you weren't anxious in this situation. It's the playoffs, it's, you lose, you go home, and nobody wants to go home. That's the bottom line. And so, yeah, you're anxious, but you don't lack confidence. You know what you can do, and you know what your job is. And my job is to go out and give us, every chance to win the ball game, and I felt like I did that. And if you told me I was going to go out and throw, a complete game, I mean, there's no way I would have thought that tonight. But I guess as Dusty would say, the stars lined up, and things worked out, in our favor.
One over here to the right.
Mark, I don't know if you had a chance to look outside or whatever, but they're kind of partying like it's you guys just won Game 7 of the World Series. I mean, they're going crazy in the streets. As a player, I mean, is it hard for you guys as players to keep your emotions in check a little bit when the fans are going this crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I felt in the first inning I was kind of letting my emotions get away from me, and I think then like I said earlier, by watching Maddux slow the game down when he was getting hit in the first inning, and so that he knew he was in control, I think that kind of helped me. These fans have been great to us all year. They've been by us through the thick and thin, up and downs. I mean, we had some rough times during this year. We've had some good times. They've always been here, and obviously they've been here through the course of the last, 20 years. I mean, they just are great fans, and they deserve to go out and party. I mean, this is something they haven't experienced. Hopefully they get to experience it more in years to come, but it's something they haven't had in a long time. They were there in, I guess it was 98, 99, they got swept through. So it's fun. I mean, they should enjoy themselves, and we're enjoying themselves, but we also know what our job is.
The Cubs' only playoff series win since 1908. See you next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.